Good morning. So today we're going to go over long division. And the way that you can remember the steps in long division is by this silly saying, do monkeys smell bad? And that stands for, the D stands for divide, the M stands for multiply, the S stands for subtract, and the B stands for bring down. So I'm taking the first two problems from the worksheet I gave you last night. If you need a backup to go a little background information, there are a couple of other videos on my website that you can look at before you do this. So here I've got the first problem, and the first problem says 88 into 3,784. So what this is asking you is how many groups of 88 are there in the number 3,784? So the one thing that I can think about is I can round this 88 just in my head. So I'm just thinking about 88, well, that's close to 90. So I'm good at my nines times table. So I can say, how many nines are there in 3? Well, there are 0 nines in 3. And then I can either multiply the 0 times the 88 or continue, because anything times 0 is going to be itself. And then when you subtract, you get the same number. And then I'm going to ask myself, how many groups of 88 are there in 37? Well, once again, there are 0 groups of 88 in 37. And so now here I'm looking at how many groups of 88 are in 378, or how many nines are in 37. So that's about 4. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my math over here. So I'm going to say 88 times 4. So I can do 88 times 4 a couple different ways. I can do it the traditional way, where I'm just going to go through and multiply. 4 times 8 is 32, carry my 3. 4 times 8 is 32, plus that 3 is 35. So I get 352. If you don't like to multiply by that, of course you can put it in a box and put your 88, whoops, wrong box. So you can put it in the box and put your 88 here and your 4 here, and 4 times 8 is 32, 4 times 8 is 32, and then add diagonally. So I have a 2, and then a 3 and a 2, which are 5, and then the 3. So both ways will get you the 352. So I'm going to put my 4 up here, because that's your divide step. That's the number that you put up there. Then your multiply, your answer's down here, so you write your 352. And now I'm going to subtract. So 8 minus 2 is 6, 7 minus 5 is 2, and now I'm going to bring down. So I'm going to look at the last digit in my problem, which is the 4, and I'm going to see how many 88s are in 264. So 88 into 264, I think probably around 3. So I'm going to go 88 times 3. And if you're not great at multiplying, of course, you could just do repeated addition. So I'm going to do that real quick. So 8 and 8 are 16, plus another 8, that's 24. And 8 and 8 are 16, plus another 8, that's 24, plus that 2 is 264. Oh, look, it's the same thing. So 264, and subtract, and I get nothing. And this was 1, 2, 3 eighths, so that's what I write up here. So how many groups of 88 are in 264? There are 3 groups of 88. 3 times 88 is 264. 264 from 264 is 0. So I have no remainder, so my answer is just 43. Okay, next problem. Oops, wrong way. Remember, do monkeys smell bad? So the next problem is how many groups of 69 are in 3,243? So I have to ask myself how many groups of 69 are in 3? There are 0. How many groups of 69 are in 32? There are 0. And then how many groups of 69 are in 324? So 69 is kind of close to 70. So if I asked how many groups of 70 are in 324, that's a way I could estimate. So 7 into 324, well, 7 times 4 is 28. 7 times 5 is 35. So I'm going to go with 4 because 35 is more. So I'm going to put my 4 up here. And I'm going to do my multiplication over here. So 69 times 4. And remember, we could do this I'm going to go 69 times 4. Put that in my box. Okay. And 9 times 4 is 36. 4 times 6 is 24. Add on the diagonal 6, 7, 2. That gives me 276. Subtract. Well, I can't take 6 from 4, so I have to borrow. And this becomes a 1. So how many 6s is 14? That would be 8. And then I can't take 7 away from 1, so I make that an 11. 7 from 11 leaves me with 4. So divide, multiply, subtract. Now I'm going to bring down. So I bring down my 3. How many 69s are in 483? Remember, we're thinking about 7s. So how many 70s are in 483? 7 times 6 is 42. 7 times 7 is 49. So that's really close for both of those. So what I think I'll do is I'll do 6. So 69 times 6, that's 54. 36 plus 5 is 41. So 414. And I subtract. And I get 9 and 6. Uh-oh. Because these guys match, I know that that's not big enough. So 6 wasn't big enough, so I'm going to have to go with 7. So I'm going to erase and try 69 times 7. So 69 times 7. 7 times 9 is 63. 6 times 7 is 42. Plus that 6 is 48. So once again, these guys match. So I don't have a remainder. So I'm going to take this 7 because I'm asking how many groups of 69 are in 483. There are 7 groups of 69 and 483. I subtract and I get nothing. So my answer to the second problem is 47. Hope this helped you.